Guys, Willie here with W.T.F Car Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2025 Toyota Camry SE.
And a big thanks to T and the rest of the management and staff here at Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for T.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Camry started off as Toyota's compact car back in 1982. Moving up to the midsize segment for its second generation in 1991, and sticking to the midsize platform all the way up to the all-new 9th generation Camry that you see here, released this year for 2025. Featuring ground-up all-new interior and exterior styling without necessarily compromising the Camry's dimensions or the overall historic style. For 2025, the Camry makes more standard power compared to the outgoing model, featuring a standard 2.5-liter four-cylinder with 2 electric motors powering the front wheels, cranking out 225 horsepower and between 250 and 300 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this all-new Camry to 60 in the mid-7-second range. You can also bump up to an all-wheel drive model, which adds an additional motor out rear, bumping the output out to 232 horsepower and between 290 and 340 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the Camry to 60 closer to 7 seconds. There are 4 trims available so far for the 2025 Camry, ranging from the $28,000 LE all the way up to the $34,000 XSE. Here we have the SE with a base price of $30,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So of course, this is an all-new 9th generation Toyota Camry, ground up, all new styling, but you see what I mean. You can still definitely tell from the exterior that this is a Camry, just with every single panel having a slight update. Up front, we have an all-new grille, panel housing your advanced safety features, Toyota badge up front. Reminds me a little bit of a Lexus with the hood to front nose area. We get an LED projector for the headlamp, black headlight housing, and a black honeycomb grille for the center. We get a pretty large opening here for airflow for the radiator, functional airflow in both corners. The previous generation had braces to help us out with the handling, and this generation, hopefully you can pick it up on camera, also has braces in front of the radiator. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. Cool. We'll take a step back. Hopefully you can pick up those triangular body lines in the hood area too. They look super clean, adding a very premium look to this 9th generation Camry. I also like that subtle front lip, which angles out the front bumper area in a nice sporty manner. It'll be interesting to see if all the other trims or just the SE or XSE get that. The wheels, the SE gets these specific black 18-inch rims with black lug nuts wrapped in Continental Pro Contact all-season tires, some of the best all-seasons in the business. The dimensions being 235/45 R18. So the 45 series sidewall, although it looks pretty low profile with these black wheels, it should be thick enough to keep the ride quality nice and plush. Just driving into this part of the parking lot, it seems like a serious improvement when it comes to ride quality and the look too with the SE. This is why most people go with the SE over the LE. It's because of the wheels, and although the SE gets a sport tuned suspension, it is still incredibly soft. We get smart access for the driver and a front passenger, all black trim for the window trim. We'll see if the LE also gets that once we get our hands on an LE. But taking a step back, hopefully you can pick up the side profile. Very similar to the previous generation, but as you see, the body lines are slightly different. The rear end and the front ends are completely different. Anyway, the mirrors, we get an LED turn signal on them. They're a 2-tone contrasted mirror, body color up top, blind spot monitoring on the glass. Another reason why you would want to go for an SE over, say, an LE. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing as up front. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper, shark fin style antenna. The gas cap is not pushed to open. I'll show you the latch is inside. We get a deck lid spoiler, HEV in the lower left corner, LED brake lights. The turn signals are halogen and the reverse lights are also halogen. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. The Camry badge is blacked out, also new for 2024, Toyota logo right on top of it. SE in the lower right corner. Shout out Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. We get a dual outletted single exhaust in the lower left corner. This new Camry doesn't rev, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to fire it up, but we'll take a step over here to the front, pop the hood, and show you guys what is going on underneath over there. All right, guys, here we have the 2.5-liter hybrid setup sold by Toyota for this all-new 2025 Camry SE, cranking out 225 horsepower. The gas motor, I believe, cranks out 184 pound-feet of torque, with the electric motor cranking out an additional 132 pound-feet of torque. But because of the torque curve, it's not a direct add-on to the gas motor, so it's estimated between 250 to 300 combined pound-feet of torque, but that's still enough to get this all-new Camry to 60 in the mid 7-second range. What you see is basically what we get. We shut this hood right down, walk around this 2025 Camry one more time before we take a step inside. Let's hop over here to the side, check out this window sticker and see everything that we have available on this all-new 2025 Camry SE. So standard features, you guys can pause, take a look at all of these. It comes pretty loaded for a $30,700 base price. Fuel economy, big upgrade compared to the previous model year. 47 combined MPGs, 48 in the city, 47 on the highway. Again, pause, take a look at all the standard features. It is really loaded for the price point, $600 for the convenience package, giving us the auto-dimming rear view mirror with HomeLink and a smart key system on front doors. 425 gets us this beautiful gray metallic paint color. Hopefully you pick up the sparkles on camera. 3175 after the option, $699 for the Toyota Platinum. You can see what it includes. $1095 for the destination charge, totaling us out at $33,519 before any dealer added accessories or add-ons. But anyway, that's a pretty good value, assuming you can get it for MSRP or below, especially considering the looks of this all-new, really premium sedan. But speaking of premium, let's take a step inside. Again, smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Up top, up front, we get soft touch materials, some faux carbon looking cloth in the center, an aluminum door handle. We get auto one touch for all four, and a gushy soft armrest. 4-way adjustable mirrors, lock and unlock, solid amount of storage, 1 out of your 6 speakers, plastic footplate, no nameplate for the SE, but the seats are a really nice faux leather and cloth contrast. The Syntex, I believe, the name of the material, but it looks, feels, and just about smells like the real thing when it comes to leather. Nice bolstering support, making it feel not only super comfortable, but also supportive. We get lumbar control, you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats. But taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. But although this is a ground-up all-new vehicle inside and outside, you can definitely still tell that it's a Toyota Camry, not only in the interior, but also the exterior. If you blindfolded me and put me in this driver's seat, told me to take my blindfold off and guess what car I'm in, I'd still probably guess that I was in a Toyota Camry. It does feel a little bit more Lexus-like inside and outside, all for the best. It does go up a little bit in base price, but you do get the value for it. The steering wheel is nice and thick, white contrast stitching, solid 10 and 2, 9 and 3 feels okay in your hands. You get a little center pocket down below. The horn is hard plastic with good graining material. The horn itself, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We don't get dual panes, but it's a very thick single pane of glass. On the left side, we have our infotainment adjustments. You can hang up and answer your phone calls, return, volume adjustments, voice commands. On the right side, we get our radar cruise control adjustments, and we can skip our songs, AM, FM, and Sirius with our lane keep assist. The paddle shifters control our eCVT transmission, also all new for 2025 for the base Camry. The hybrid Camrys from the previous generation also had an eCVT transmission. The adjustments here right now we're looking at are advanced safety features. You can check them out. Messages, settings, drive info. The drive info includes distance, average speed for trip A and trip B. We also get our energy monitor and our tire pressure meter. Above that, you can see the song that's currently playing, adaptive cruise control, and a compass. Our eco settings, you can see your fuel economy, eco score, and EV ratio. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably be that EV ratio, so we'll leave it there. On the left side, we get our coolant temperature, temperature up top, clock to the right of it, fuel level in the lower right corner with our illumination for the fuel in the far right corner. To the left of the steering wheel, we have our fuel cap release, trunk release, interior brightness, traction control you can disable, and our auto high beams, more of that carbon looking cloth trim. The stocks have a very satisfying click, auto headlamps, auto high beams, no auto rain sensing wipers, but the intermittent stock right there in the center. The dashboard is all soft touch materials. Hopefully you can pick up the aluminum outline pedals. That looks pretty cool on just an SE trim. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel as well. The air vents have this faux aluminum trim outside of them. Nice high quality feel for the centerpiece. Some gloss aluminum feeling plastic in the center. Everything feels very top-notch premium. Just the 7-inch touchscreen, but definitely still does the job. You can't really adjust it until you put all your information in, and for the sake of the potential owner of this vehicle, I'm not going to put all my information in, but you guys can check out any tutorial online, see how good Toyota's new system is. The response is fantastic for the navigation and all that. We can check out the backup camera, and you can see the super high quality, high resolution guidance lines and trajectory. You can adjust different views. You can see a little wider view and right back to where we were. You can turn off your guidance lines and trajectory to whatever way you would like them. Very configurable. Cool. We get manual shift controls on the gear selector as well. Throwing it back into park, we return right back where we were. Dual zone automatic climate control. We don't have heated or ventilated seats. More air vents beneath it. Hazards. 2 USB-C ports and a USB-A port right next to it. A lot of manufacturers are switching completely to USB-C ports. It's nice that Toyota still gives you the option between an A or a C. Wireless phone charging pad, just hard plastic for where your knees will often hit. You get a nice storage compartment for a wallet, phone, or a key, or just car accessories, with 2 pretty large cup holders behind it. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles. We get like a new key style too for the Camry. It says Camry on it. It has a trunk release button on it as well. There's no button for remote engine start stop, but with Toyota, if you slowly click the lock button 3 times, it should remote engine start stop. You get 3 drive modes, Eco, Normal, and Sport. We'll try out all 3, and EV mode. We'll try that out, assuming we have enough battery. Electronic parking brake with brake hold, nice soft padded armrest, and it's massive. You'll easily fit 2 large arms in it. Console's also massive. You'll easily fit 10 to 12-ounce bottles in there, and in our 12 volt in our center console. We get more of that carbon looking cloth trim. The glove box is damped. Not the largest, but you'll fit probably 10 to 15 license plates in there. Should be able to fit a pair of shoes. We get a frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror. It says auto-dimming on the window sticker, but check this out. We have this flappy thing that we can pull, and it's not a digital rear view mirror. So not quite sure why it says auto-dimming, but hopefully it actually is auto-dimming. They just left the flappy thing. The visors have this extension to it. We'll see if the visor itself extends. It does not. And we have an additional light up top, or that's our only light, which is LED. The interior lights are LED. Sunglass holder, cool, no moonroof. Headliner's basic, but to be expected at this price point. That's about it for the front seat, at least. Top, out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the material. So up top, just hard plastic, same thing with the center, but we still get that padded armrest, auto one-touch window, aluminum door handle, additional one of our 6 speakers, and a cup holder. It's sideways, so make sure the lid is closed. You'll fit a 32-ounce water bottle in there with no problem. The legroom looks good. It doesn't look quite as massive as the previous generation, but give or take about an inch or 2. If you're 6'5", 6'6", you should fit back there with no problem. The seats are still that faux leather and cloth contrast. The padding goes all the way out to the door frame, so very couch-like seats. We'll take a step inside and see what we got. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, and I still have about 3-4 inches of knee room, headroom, about 2 inches. So again, under 6'5", 6'6", you should fit back here with no problem. Mat pockets behind both the front seats. Air vents, USB-A and USB-C port. The interior lights are LED. Cool. The center cubby, just like the previous generation, you got to really jab your hand in there, but it's a soft leatherette trim. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles with a pass-through, good spot for a phone or a wallet. I like this white stitching all throughout, making this interior just look a lot more premium. As far as space too, very spacious interior, but to be expected from the Toyota Camry. Hopping out back, let's see how much space we got going on in the cargo space, and then take this 2025 Camry out for a drive. So in between the R and the Y, you have your button that gives you a slight electric shoot, and it gets really close to the rear windshield. So potentially it could cause a little damage, but I'm sure Toyota thought it through and gave you plenty of space between. Speaking of space, look at the size of that opening. Look at the size of this cargo space. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much there is. They could have probably given us a little bit less cargo space and added a little bit more rear legroom, but as you guys saw, plenty of rear legroom. You'll easily slide 2 or 3 golf bags back here. You'll fit a probably 50-inch TV back here, only because the wheel wells protrude quite a bit and the opening for the seats isn't the largest. The latches to drop the seats are right over here. They drop down 60-40 split. We get our fix-a-flat kit or spare tire underneath. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. Cool. It's not a full-size spare, but it's nice that we still have one, nevertheless, so you don't have to be stranded aside the road waiting for AAA. Also LED third brake light. We can drop this trunk right down, take a step back, walk around this 2025 Toyota Camry SE one more time. It's a beautiful sedan, especially under the $31,000 price point before any dealer added markups or accessories, but still well optioned, well loaded, beautiful car, and a very reasonable price vehicle from the factory at that. Performance-wise, with more standard power, let's take this 2025 Toyota Camry SE out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Toyota Camry SE. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, it is really quiet in here. When you run over these bumps, you don't feel anything. This SE is a softer ride compared to the previous generation LE. I can only imagine what the LE and XLE here would feel like. You'll see over these train tracks. Excellent ride, and it stays really quiet. And the higher trims will also get dual pane windows, which should eliminate even more of the outside noise. Brakes feel good. The regenerative braking helps those tremendously too. Right now we're just in normal mode. Lean into it. About a third of the way. Good instant response to this hybrid system. And once you get to the mid-range and higher RPMs, this naturally aspirated 4-cylinder revs pretty strong. Just cruising along. Again, really quiet. You can lean into it about halfway. Yeah, guys, this thing responds good. And it pulls very strong. This electric motor system helps out this power plant tremendously. There's like zero power lag from the moment you step in the gas to the moment you actually start to feel power. We can try it out in sport mode, see what changes up. Steering gets a tiny bit heavier, lane keep assist definitely works, so you're gonna have to use your turn signals. Steering in sport is pretty good. On the gas, strong, and it pulls all the way through the rev range. Brakes feel good. We throw it in a little quicker than we should. Steering still feels great, and coming out. Good torque. And up top, not bad. You look down, you're definitely going a lot quicker than you think you are because the ride quality here is fantastic. On concrete pavement, with these Continental tires, you don't really hear any road noise. One of the quietest vehicles we reviewed from Toyota, and considering this thing starts under $31,000, you get a lot for the money. The blind spot monitoring works. You see the car driving right by you. And the imperfections in this road are just about non-existent. About third throttle, pick up speed really well. We're still in sport mode, so the throttle's a little bit more sensitive. Let's try it out in eco, see what changes up. The throttle becomes really non-sensitive. We gotta use almost like half throttle just to make it up the hill without losing speed. But that's why you're gonna average about 47 miles per gallon in eco mode. In sport mode, you'll be a little bit closer to like 35 to 40, but you're still excellent. And considering that you get better response and better dynamics, I could definitely see why you would use sport. But for daily driving, I think eco mode would do just fine. Once we take a step off of this highway, we'll try it out in pure EV and then wrap things up. But so far, this is a really impressive vehicle from Toyota. All right, guys, taking a step out here in pure EV mode. Not the best response, but it gets up and goes. And once you go about 20 miles an hour, it automatically kicks in the motor. So no, you can't drive in pure EV mode for daily driving or going to work or whatnot. But driving around the neighborhood, if you have like a 15, 20 mile an hour speed limit, you could do so in pure EV with no issues at all. And taking a step out here, it defaults us into eco mode once the motor kicks in, and very responsive motor at that. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a premium feeling sedan that has enough space for 5 full-size adults, 0 to 60 in around 7 to 7.5 seconds, and looks top-notch premium, all with a base price under 31,000 bucks, this all-new Camry SE is a must-check-out vehicle, and I would definitely recommend checking one out. And a big thanks to T and the rest of the management and staff here at Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for T. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.